Sonic Lost World echoes the trajectory of 3D Sonic games as a whole, often showing moments of greatness, but undermined by frustrations as things unfold. Sonic's debut on the Wii U often reaches satisfying highs, with genuine imagination and colourfully fast level design. But as the game wears on, a litany of difficulty spikes, control issues, and technical woes begin to erode the goodwill it's built up. But despite these issues, younger players, as well as patient supporters of the Blue Hedgehog, should still enjoy their time, and it's nowhere near the bottom of the 3D Sonic pile. As Sonic and Tails chase down Eggman by plane, a dropped pod and clean shot see the duo crash into an unknown planet in the sky, later dubbed Lost Hex. They eventually unravel a plot involving Eggman and his control over 6 indigenous Zeti, a deadly 6 if you will, as well as expanding his robot army. As things begin to open up, Sonic soon finds himself attempting to thwart the end to his planet, and even find himself working with his enemies to avoid certain doom. The story is pretty run-of-the-mill, despite seeing the return of Ken Pontac and Warren Graff as writers. The Deadly Six show a disappointing reliance on cliches and tropes that border on parody, and fails to drum up a sense of threat. There's some interesting detours and moments, but otherwise, it's pretty average. Lost World dips its toes into a bevy of platforming styles. Jumping between 2D side-scrolling and full 3D on a spherical base, in a clear nod to Super Mario Galaxy, Sonic brings his trademark speed to the proceedings, but with a twist. Sonic, by default, moves with a moderate speed, but a press of the trigger not only speeds him up, but also allow you to parkour, including wall running and hopping over smaller jumps. Returning from solid colours are wisps, which give us short-timed power, including levitation, atomizing, and drilling into Earth. Outside of completing main levels, players can enlist in missions to earn power-ups during gameplay, find hidden bonus levels, and collect stars in each level. Variety is certainly not lacking here, swinging from fast-paced dashes akin to classic Sonic to slower and methodical platforming, and the initial level design seems inventive and promising.
Beatdown time!
Unfortunately, Sonic Lost World's successes begin to chip away once you break the midpoint. Instead of clever and inventive designs, it seems like Sonic Team were in a rush to complete this one, with a bigger reliance on obscured hazards and cheap deaths, which are often a facet of the less successful 3D Sonic games. These difficulty spikes reach their apex in the final world, with frustratingly lengthy levels that feature multiple bosses, hair-pulling level design, and a bland series of volcanic, dingy locations. Bugs begin to pop up, such as one instance where Sonic became stuck between a jump pad and a wall, forcing you to wait on a timeout and a loss of a life for normal service to be resumed. This is all a shame because Lost World seems on the right track to success, but ends up missing the target towards the end, though earlier levels still prove a highlight. Lost World has decent legs to stand on, with a healthy dose of levels and secrets to uncover. Each stage contains both creatures to save and stars, which unlock bonus features once you find all in a zone. The game can even be played with a second player, but it doesn't pan out too well. The second controls an RC vehicle, which proves difficult to keep up with Sonic and adds little to the game. You can also partake in competitive matches, which sees you vying to beat each other to the end. The Wii U functionality is also uneven, with mini-games seeing you trampolining and shooting characters into balloons, proving pretty uninteresting. Wisps often rely on gyro and touch control though, and prove well suited to the mayhem. There's enough here to keep you going well over 10 hours.
Wow, you're barely a snack!
Sonic's latest outing benefits from a colourful, technically proficient presentation. Visually crisp and mostly keeping a consistent frame rate, levels are often brightly lit and feature unique designs, including the pun-tastic Desert Ruins. Character designs, particularly the Deadly Six, are all solid, and the cutscenes look good on the whole. The sound is perfectly acceptable, with solid voice acting, clear sound effects, and a script which sometimes hits the mark, though certainly has a few misses too. The music is the real highlight, with plenty of catchy tunes and more bombastic accompaniments which heighten the drama, when appropriate, and it all fits well. Sonic Lost World is a game which can be equal parts fun and frustrating, but the net positive manages to outweigh the negatives. While the latter half of the game proves frustrating, and perhaps lacks the ingenuity of the first half, the bounty of levels and challenges will please fans of the series and younger players. Not everything works well, but Lost World manages to capture the best moments of the series during certain sequences, the flashing sense of speed over a roller coaster ride of hazards, and for that, it stands above the lesser entries of this Sega platformer. It doesn't quite reach the highs of Generations, but it's still a solid time.